Among the more popular products our translators produce in local communities is actually the hymn book in the local language. These are often printed in the back of a published New Testament. In much of East and Southeast Asia, music is printed using a cipher system rather than the Western staff notation. Here on the right side you can see Amazing Grace in 4-part harmony in cipher notation. Most of cipher can be done on a typewriter, and the very simplest bits and pieces can be done with an ordinary computer font. Here, Indonesian Kepatihan and Chinese Jianpu are seen as nearly identical for Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. Each note of the melody is indicated by a number, 1 through 7, above that note's word or syllable. Sometimes harmonies are included, in which case a separate line is used for each part. Here we just have the melody line on the top and one harmony line. Notice that Indonesian and Chinese cipher are still similar, but they differ quite a bit too. Kepatihan in Indonesia doesn't have flats, so a 7 flat would be a 6 sharp. Slurs or ties in Kepatihan are shown with the curve underneath the notes, and 8th or 16th notes are shown with a single or double overline above the note. Finally, longer notes such as half notes are shown with a period rather than a hyphen. Given those basics, can you guess what famous hymn this is? It's Holy, Holy, Holy. Notations for instrumental music quickly become complex, probably too complex to be handled well using a font alone. So for our project, this is all out of scope. What is in scope for our project is the following: basic symbols for indicating notes and timing, especially of the melody line, the ability to handle lyrics and notes both with a single font, thanks to Unicode, adequate alignment between lines. It needs to be precise between lines of music, but only approximate between music and lyrics. The ability to easily edit visually, what you see is what you get. The ability to print, and using encodings and formats that are safe to archive for the future. The solution presented here consists of a font that's a smart font, and a word processor that's able to render it, that is, LibreOffice Writer. And our keyboarding solution is dependent on InKey, which is an engine for typing special characters. Many thanks to Lorna Priest for developing this Unicode smart font for us. Let's take a look at the font and keyboard in action. Go into InKey and select the Cipher Music keyboard, or I can go into the language bar and select the language that's associated with it. Now when I type 3 a couple of times, it reinterprets those keystrokes. Space 1 1, close curly brace, and now space 3 3 equals space equals 1 1 hyphen hyphen. Now this font, because it's a Unicode font, is able to cover a lot of characters, including lyrics, not just the music. They mean pretty much the same thing as they would mean with musical notes. It means pronounce these 2 syllables or these 2 vowels as a single syllable. If you switch over to Chinese, the slurs will go on top instead of below. And that's the cipher music font. One of the benefits of using Writer is that in addition to handling the notation system, we also have the power of a full-featured word processor for formatting our documents, which can be typeset from Writer directly to PDF. Here the first verse includes aligned notes, but the second and third verses are in columns or a table. There are some other solutions out there, but so far it appears they are all based on legacy fonts rather than Unicode fonts, so they're less safe for the future. It would also be possible to develop custom software, such as a customized version of LilyPond, which might give better results in terms of music typesetting. But it would be a significant development effort to make some functional and user-friendly solution. So for now, simply using a smart font in Writer seems like the best option for us. If at some point the font smarts could be implemented in OpenType as well as Graphite, then other tools like Microsoft Word could publish them too and display them. But it would be hard to implement the slurs well using OpenType. So that's the Doulas SIL cipher font for music. Thanks for listening.